What's up, comic fans? And it is time for New Comic Book Day. Why? All right, so just gonna go through my new comics for the week, but not without a special guest in the house. You may remember him from me being on the show last night. We have Matt, Heroes for Hire,
Hello.
Comic Club. What is up? What is up? All right. So yeah, I got my new books today. I'm just gonna show them off real quick. You know, this show was different when I had Aaron on it because we had a lot of older books on the show, so we had a slightly different crowd at that time. Now it's the younger group, right, in the house, and we
I do
don't
have
have
some old ones today, but I have some new ones as well.
nice, and we don't have those quite old books. Um, which is fine. But also, I think I'm gonna have to think about a new time to start because the comic vet I realize is on at this time, and he does new books too, and that's just oversaturation. But
You
we'll
probably could
figure
do
it
it
out.
maybe you should do it at like 8. I don't know.
Mm, there you go, 8 o'clock. I think that's the new solution. I was either aiming for 8 or 6, but I know Trev does
He's
does
got one at
his
5.
yeah. So maybe I'll do 8. 8 o'clock is fine with me. Gives me more time to eat dinner.
There you go.
All right,
It should
what's
be
up?
all right. I mean, there's only one at, I think there's a show at 9. Somebody's got a show at 9:30. I think it's Sector 2815.
Yeah,
Guess that key, but like, I think 8 o'clock will be fine. 'Cause
yeah.
I don't
There you
know.
go.
Sometimes you're going to step in other people's territory. It's not really their territory though. It's YouTube. It's
That's
free for everybody. So
that's true. That's true. But it also would behoove, or no, it would be beneficial, I think, for everybody, just because that audience then has another option after,
yeah.
right? So yeah, not that it's not worried about competition as much as I'm just worried about people being able to view the show if they want to and not feel pressured into watching one or the
Yeah.
other. How's that? Johnny Martinez is in the house. Hola, Johnny. ¿Cómo está usted, mi amigo? That's me sounding like robotic Spanish right there.
Like the
That's
John Phonics tape or something.
yeah. Right. So yeah, why don't I just start by showing some books? Let's get this show started. Um I actually have 2 weeks worth of books because last week I did not stop by the comic shop, and I'm trying to remember why I didn't go to the comic shop last week. I think I was just at work late. And so I ended up not going. Oh no, I had a friend in town. That's what it was. And I I traded in my comic day for hangout day with a friend who I don't see very often. So it sounds like a decent excuse to me.
Well, you can always go to the comic shop on another day. It doesn't.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. First off the bat that I have today is this Batman book. Um,
Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna. So this is Batman City of Fire. This is Batman 156. What's interesting about this story, and I haven't gotten to read it yet, is we do have the appearance of the Court of Owls, everybody's favorite villains from the New 52, the Court of Owls. Not Talon in particular, right? No, Talon never really went anywhere, but the Court of Owls is still functioning in the background, if you will. We also have the Riddler and Mad Hatter are in this book. So if you're looking for a Batman comic with some classic villains, that might be one for you. All right. Next up, this should be an interesting read. Absolute Superman #3. The whole Absolute universe to me is done pretty
yeah,
well.
cool.
I'm digging it. Wonder Woman's cool. Superman is pretty cool. Um, Batman is out there. But what's interesting about this Superman is, he actually got a chance to grow up, right? Got a chance, I think, to know his parents. And Lois Lane, at least in the first two issues, worked for the bad guys. So
I
we'll see
know.
where issue 3 goes. But this is Superman's mom right there. She's got a gun, and she's saying something along the lines of, "I'm gonna get your dad back." So apparently, the dad was kidnapped. We also have an appearance of Crypto in here. This might be the first appearance of Crypto. I'm not sure if he appeared in any of the other books, but
No, I don't think he has.
yeah. So if you want the first appearance of Absolute Crypto, Absolute Superman number 3, it might be worth it. This is one of my favorite books going on right now. Transformers.
Me too.
Yeah.
They taught him.
Transformers number 16.
You just made it on the show, Mom.
Hey, Ma.
She made me some fajitas.
Nice. Who doesn't love fajitas? Tacos, fajitas. Mexican food is just good.
Yes,
It's like comfort food. I feel good after I eat some Mexican food.
yeah. I got that one a couple weeks ago. That's it. I make sure I get that every time it comes out.
Yeah, Transformers is just it's a great book.
I have cut back, but that's one I have not cut off.
Right. I think there's just so many good books, or at least you find a lot of good books, and then you just got to make decisions. Oh man. There was a new Spider-Man book that came out today. It's in my pull box. I had so many books, and the right as I was about to leave, my LCS guy goes, "Oh yeah, there's a new Spider-Man book. It's 65, but it says 65, and then it says death underneath it. So sometimes they do these additions, if you will, or like what else is happening in the Spider-Man world while the things are happening in the main book.
Yeah.
So they did another one of those issues. It's in my pull box, like I said, but I had this stack of books, and I was just like, I'll get that one later. So I'll catch up. I got to read the other like 12 books in my collection.
Cliff.
What is up? Cliff is here. Zaddy and Matt. Hello. What is up, Cliff? We also had Johnny here earlier. All right, moving on in the collection. Speaking of absolute stuff, Absolute Batman. I'm really enjoying Absolute Batman only because it's so over the top you wouldn't think it would be, this good, but somehow Snyder has managed to make it managed to make it a little bit insane, bombastic, I don't know. And also like really enjoyable. It's a good mix.
Yeah, it's
Don't
a
know
good
how
old
he did it.
plot. I like, that's one thing that's kind of cool about it, I guess.
Yeah.
I've had to drop a lot of the new stuff because I feel like I'm talking in a garbage can. I think it's your speakers. I don't know. It's one of my speaker, your speakers are close together, but
No.
I got an echo going. But anyway, I dropped a lot of stuff because I'm trying to get the Heroes Con, so I got to save some money.
Mm.
I'll just pick up the trades later. I got all the way to issue 4, and that's. I guess I'll just cut it off at that for now. Get the trade or something.
Let's see. Boom. All right. I'm trying something. Do you still hear an echo?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that didn't work. I tried.
Sorry, I'll do it.
All right. Worst comes to worst. If anybody is watching and willing to answer, can you hear an echo? If you can, I'll probably just put my headphones on. That seemed to kill it yesterday. Not sure.
I don't know. It's something on my end or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Actually, let's see. If I go Could try. Now this will definitely cause an echo, but I'm gonna mute myself here, so you guys will not hear me for a second.
Hello, hello. Yeah, I don't hear it on my end. I don't hear nothing over here. I'm talking, and I don't think. Yeah, I think it's on your side. Does anybody hear anything? Let me know. I don't hear it like echoing back now. So
Really went anywhere, but the Court of Owls is still functioning in the background, if you will. We also have the Riddler and
that's
Mad
surreal.
Hatter are in this book. So if you're looking for a Batman comic with some
We just
classic
traveled back in
villains-
time.
All right, so I was just watching a replay of what we just filmed live, and it doesn't seem to be an echo there. So it just must be something not liking, not something with between our computers not liking each other. But
Apparently,
that's
it's okay. I can deal with
yeah.
it.
All right, let's continue on then. Oh, yeah, well that's weird. I just got rid of you and put myself up there. All right. All New Venom #2. Gonna read this. Apparently, somebody gets eliminated from being the All New Venom. I guess it's like.
I think it's revealed in that one.
Oh, well then, we are gonna read it and find out who is the All New Venom. Look at that. He's eating a bomb. So that's fun. That is fun. What else? We went into the Spawn universe. We got Gunslinger #39. So at this
Good
point,
series.
yeah. And McFarlane now is writing Gunslinger and he's on Spawn, so he's doubling up at least for a little bit. Card stock still on Spawn, still just $2.99 for Gunslinger and all the other Spawn books. Seems like the only time he raises the price is when it's either like a #1 or it's some kind of big anniversary issue.
Or a thicker one. The Violator miniseries is more expensive. But I mean, they're like 64 pages each or something.
Right. There's a lot of book in the Violator stuff. So, all right, what do we got? Miles Morales #29 that came out today. One of the other books I didn't pick up was I think this was 2 weeks ago. So they're really pumping out Miles Morales.
So is he still a vampire? Is he still a vampire now?
I believe in this issue he is cured of his vampire. Not this issue. Yeah. In this issue, I think he is cured of his vampirism.
Okay.
Because he goes against the in issue #28, which I'm reading right now. He goes against the Panther God. So we'll see. I still gotta read that, but catch up on that. Here's probably the best horror book, at least out of Marvel. Hulk.
Yes, Nick Klein.
We talked a little bit about that yesterday, right? You mentioned Nick Klein. Incredible artist.
I ordered mine yesterday on mycomicshop.com. So that's one of the ones I ordered.
Nice. This one though, Nick Klein is taking a break off of this one. But they got this guy Earls who does a pretty good representation of Nick Klein art. It's not quite the same, but it is close enough that you would think either Nick Klein was. I don't want to say rushing because I feel like it diminishes this guy's artwork, but it's close, but it's not quite the same. But this guy does a decent job of. And then I guess whoever the colorist is and the inkers, they they kind of help to make everything as close as possible. Cool book. Here's a book that I really have to catch up on or drop. But we have Immortal Thor. I think the last Immortal Thor I read was like issue 10. So I am I'm quite a few behind on these. I think part of the reason I keep getting them is just you have the Alex Ross covers.
Oh yeah.
So I totally think the Alex Ross covers are worth.
You know, I think sometimes I was joking with somebody. I say I think that's the only reason they sell any copies of it.
It could be true, you know. You put
Well, they did have an interesting. Some of it was interesting, but like I don't know how you feel about it. But did you feel like some of the storyline was a little bit too slow to unfold?
yeah, it was weird, right? Because it was like Thor was like in reality, but he wasn't in reality, right? Because Enchantress was
Oh yeah, that Roxxon deal.
doing the Roxxon stuff, right? And then the Roxxon guy gets killed or whatever, and
But the covers are fire.
yeah, and then Thor gets caught in public, basically
Killing a dude. Yeah.
killing a dude, yeah, and then he's got to go hide, and it was just like, what is happening? But
Like if I was Thor, I wouldn't be worried about catching the charge. I mean, what? I think Asgard's a little bit out of their jurisdiction.
right, just a little bit. Plus, he's like an Avenger, and I'm sure he's got some. He's built up some goodwill with the court
They
system.
could call Matt Murdock and could be his lawyer, maybe.
Yeah. Hey, the new Daredevil trailer dropped today.
I know. I'm going to do a little deep dive on it this Sunday on my show where I do the preview show.
Nice.
So if you want to come on, I don't know if you can Sunday at 6, but
All right. Sunday at 6.
we'll do a breakdown of the trailer.
Sweet.
But I got chills when I watched it today when him and the Kingpin are at the diner. Oh my God, that was cool.
Yeah. Oh, and then how about when he calls out Frank? Right?
Yeah.
Calls out the Punisher.
Yeah.
That was.
And so Luke Cage, I heard, is going to be in this.
All right.
I'm hoping he's in it.
I did hear that they got they were trying to get everybody except for Iron Fist
Yeah.
to come back. Man.
There's Christina.
Oh, Christina's in the house. What's up, Christina?
Christina is the hardest working mod in all of YouTube. She's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Love her. She's awesome.
And Alex is in the house. What's up, comic addicts? What's up? Oh man. But that trailer, oh man, when he's like, hey, can you spoiler alert, guys, if you haven't seen the trailer. But when he was like, hey, can you drop the hatchet? Because he's just coming at him so hard. Oh man. Oh, looks like we got somebody
new person. Hey, Archie.
Archie Lee just stumbled upon the channel. I'm a comic guy from the 90s collector of mid 60s to 90s. Just wanted to show support to true believers. Thanks, Archie Lee. We appreciate you stopping by.
We always like another true believer.
That's true. Thank you, true believers. Yeah, I collected in the 90s. I'm more of like a mid 70 to modern. But originally, my collection when I first started was like, the mid 70s to the 90s.
Same.
Trying to get the books that back then were cheaper, even though I was older than some of the books, was cheap enough that you could acquire them. And then the new stuff came, and now I buy new comics. Thanks, Archie.
Dropping the links. Hell yeah.
And Archie, if you want, there's some other comic book people in here. Definitely check out. Christina dropped.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, drop Matt's link. So Matt's also a fellow comic head. So we're all here. Strange Dog comic stuff. Hello. What's up, Strange Dog?
Up,
Hey,
sir,
hey.
sir.
Oh,
Brian, what's up, bud?
Brian LCS is here. What's up? Happy New Comic Book Day. Yes, Happy New Comic Book Day. A lot of people popping in.
The best day of the week.
Comic addicts. Thank you. Archie Lee, you landed in a good place.
Yeah, you're found a good place.
Hope all is well at the chat. Yes, I do hope all is well. And I hope all is well with those in California at the moment. That is a rough time.
Mm-hmm.
It is rough. All right. Well, as much as I want to talk about old comics, now that we got an old comic head in here, like well, basically everybody, me, you, Archie Lee.
Hey, well, I got plenty of them here later if he wants to stick around. Here, I'll show you.
There we go.
I got plenty of old comics I just got yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
LA is no more. Yes, Joe.
Yeah, Joe, this is another book that people should jump on. The Energon verse, really good. So I showed a Transformers cover earlier. G.I. Joe now. This is really cool. And then also, Image and Skybound have the rights to G.I. Joe, a real American hero as well, which Larry Hama's writing. So you can get your new G.I. Joe and you can get your classic G.I. Joe.
I think it's cool they let Larry keep writing his series.
Right. So. Like even though they rebooted or put into a separate universe. So I know in the last issue these two guys were fighting, right? And in issue 3, the fight still continues on. But G.I. Joe.
I ordered mine. I hope it'll be here next week.
What was that? Oh, you'll get yours next week because you ordered it, right? You ordered them today. LA is no more. LA is definitely smaller. But hopefully, they'll get back to something,
I'm happy to say I was able to experience it. Sunset Strip and all that. I got to go down. We went to the Rainbow Bar and Grill where Ozzy and all those guys used to hang out. Went to the Whiskey A Go Go. It was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, I actually went to LA for the first time this summer. My cousin was there, hung out with him. Good time. Who knows when the next time anybody will be able to actually go to LA.
Well, hopefully they can rebuild and be better than ever, and maybe fix some of the problems they've had with this fire. But everybody wants to criticize, but it's just like in North Carolina. Nobody's ever prepared for a disaster of that scope. I mean, there's just no way to prepare for something like that.
I remember going to LA and it was just huge. It was huger than I come from New York City and I was like, wow, this place is so big, so crazy.
The traffic is wild out there. I know that. We got around the Staples Center on the interstate, and I thought I was going to have a full-on panic attack, bro. I was like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, the amount of lanes and stuff, it's crazy. 6 lanes and there's still traffic.
Yeah.
All right. Real quick, back to Archie Lee, Zartan, and Destro. Love those guys, right? And they're in this book, so.
And if I interrupt you too much, let me know, Will. I'm sorry. I talk too much.
No, you talk just the right amount. You can actually talk more if you want. Kenneth Bird is here, by the way. What's up, Kenneth Bird? Birdman in the house. Another link dropped by Christina for Cliff. And a link dropped for Kenneth. And don't forget about Christina herself. Boom. All right. But yeah, I had one last note on LA. Just my thoughts are with them, and hopefully they recover. Don't want to, trivialize what's happening to those people. It sucks. Superman Action Comics has returned to being a weekly. So not a weekly, sorry, a monthly, which is good because it was a weekly, and it was a lot to keep up with.
And they were trying to catch a certain milestone, so they do that.
Right. Yeah, that's what that's usually why they do it. I'm not sure what it was, but they were what the milestone is, but yeah, I guess if you want to match it up to a certain event or something, or just have it come out at a certain day. You go weekly to speed up the numbering process. The story wasn't horrible either. Um, I don't know. I'm thumbing through this. I haven't read it yet, but it just kind of seems like from what I see, not a big action story. It's just kind of one of those let's fill in the gap while we try to figure out what the next arc is. This was free at the comic shop, by the way. This is Radiant Black. The story so far free, so I guess they're letting you catch up on the and it wasn't like my comic shop gave it out for free. It's distributed for free. It's not very thick, but I guess it's to get you back on track with Radiant Black. I'm not quite sure how long the Radiant Black has, been on hiatus. But there's a lot of books out of the Radiant Black universe too, right? I believe there was a Radiant Red and some other Radiant Fire or something. I don't know, Radiant Pink. There was a couple of ones. But yeah, that's a freebie. Also, they got a lot of the preview books there, the Marvel and DC, and I think Image has one as well. FML, cute family story where one of the daughters is so they're doing these actually cool character design covers, but they're doing them on the back cover for this book.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah. And these are the I think these are the B covers that they're doing it on. So I've been buying the B covers. It's a cute story. It's about a kid who becomes a monster, and then his mom was like a punk rocker, turned house mom. And then there's just all sorts of goofiness happening in the book, the mom kind of having memories of when she was a punk rocker, but also like trying to be this a mom in this era, and dealing with her kid who's turned into a monster. And then this kid who's a monster, right? You have to have a suspension of disbelief with this book, because the mom is like, you're going to school. You're not sick. You're just a monster.
Yeah.
So
Not my problem. You guys still gotta go to school.
you still got
Monster or no monster, you still gotta go to school. That sounds like something my mom would do.
right. So it's a fun, cute book that examines like this weird family dynamic, and yeah, I'm enjoying it enough that I keep picking it up. I wouldn't say it's anything spectacular, but it's just different enough to make it fun.
I like stuff like that. It's kind of quirky. Like I've been reading that The Moon is Following Us by Daniel Warren Johnson. It's quirky, but it's quirky enough. It's really cool.
Yeah, issue 5 came out this week. I didn't get it because my initial stack is so big, but I do plan on finishing that, at least that first arc. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it a lot. That is also a really good book. If they come out with a trade sooner than later, I might just grab that, but definitely want to check that out. Archie Lee, I really appreciate you guys still read original. I refuse to abandon single issue reads. I understand trade paperbacks, but it's something about opening bags. As I say, I might pick up the trade. But
that's right, though. There is something about holding that single issue in your hand, though. The only problem sometimes is a space thing, but mine's not got completely out of hand yet, because I've only been started back about 2 years now, and trying to reacquire stuff I had, but I'm up to about 10 boxes now. So
wow.
I live with my mom, and she's already like, "What are we gonna do about this?" I said, "Well, there's more coming. I got so many comics now. I got them in stacks over here on this table because I need a new box."
Because you need to. I know. Yeah, I know what that situation's like, where your collection grows so big that you're not prepared for it, and you don't have enough boxes or bags of boards, and you're like, whoa, and then eventually you start backing yourself up. But yeah, no, I totally do love to buy single issues too. Like, I I don't love trades, but I have learned that they are more, uh, they make it more fiscally responsible to purchase comics to
Yeah,
spend money on. So, every once in a while, if there's a story I missed out on, and it's $30 to get the 5 or 6 issues, or it's $10 to get the trade, I might. I just also don't like storing trades, so it really
yeah,
takes a lot for me to have to get a trade. Um, Speaking of like single issue things, Chip Zdarsky makes these newsletters that come out about once a month.
yeah.
Um, and you can see here he put a play on like the Spider-Man thing, with great power, and then struck out great with absolute power. The After the success of Absolute Batman, Scott Snyder reteams with Jock to freak you the expletive. They put and it's an expletive. In their new distillery horror mystery, You Won't Feel a Thing. I believe that's coming out end of this month or next month. But yeah, Snyder and Jock back together. Let's see. Is AI art bad? I bet if Vision did a painting, you'd love it, wouldn't you, you hypocrite? Actual little title there. And then superhero fatigue. You'll believe a man can fly, and you'll be sick of it. So he does. Zdarsky's really good with the satirical stuff. So he does that. He'll let you know what he's reading inside. He'll do an interview with the cover person. So this week it was Scott Snyder. They'll have like a fun little thing, comics career counseling. Fantastic Four. Reed Richards should be more like the Hulk, where he gets smarter the angrier he gets. So like little notes on the characters and stuff like that. And then yeah, he'll put, the whoever he interviews, he'll kind of highlight their work. It's coming up. Here's the only X-Men title I'm reading, and it's really just because I like Kitty Pryde, or Kate, if you will. But this is the Exceptional X-Men, and they're also, it's her and White Queen, and they're kind of putting together a new team. Iceman has shown up. They're fighting a Sentinel on this one, but this is a variant cover. This is a animation variant cover. So I just liked the cover, so I picked it up. And let's see. This is I believe this is a David Baldeon cover. So you guys should check out his artwork. He's actually a really good artist. All right, we're almost done on my end, and then you can kick it into high gear with your stuff. Here's
Yeah,
our
I
last.
think it is Nimrod, Archie.
Let's see.
Is that the main one of the main Sentinels?
Hey, well, I just think this is Nimrod's. Well, I can't tell with the coloring, but Nimrod's a little pinker, right? So
Yeah.
I think that just might be regular Sentinel. But is Nimrod in here? I don't even know if there's an actual Sentinel in the book. Sometimes the
They
variant
just made a
covers.
cover of it. I don't know.
Yeah. So well, here's the cool thing about this this book. This could just be a training session, because the White Queen kind of infiltrates their brains, and they do a training session like literally in a room, like somebody's like living room, but she'll make everybody who's training see things, right? So
Oh, okay.
the responses are not it's not quite like the danger room, because they're really
It's
under
like a danger room inside their brain.
right, they're all like hallucinating this stuff. So it's actually an interesting concept. Yes, it's a Sentinel
Yeah,
up
I
close. Yeah, chrome color, pink face. The angel made the Sentinel look different on the cover. Sorry. No, it happens. I know we're like, depending on what you're watching this on, it could be a tiny screen. So I don't know if I gave props to Las Cruces, but Las Cruces is in the house. What's up? Hello from New Mexico. It's Las Cruces. Las Cruces is It's another one of those like chat room like beasts. Like he's
Oh,
everywhere.
he's everywhere. He's always usually more than likely he's the first one to make a comment like hours before. So
Yeah,
he's a
before you
beast.
even start your show, you
Yeah,
know, you look in the comments and Los Cruces is
I
already.
beat him like twice, and that's it. And that was because I couldn't sleep one night, and I was like, let's see if I can beat Las Cruces just one time.
Yeah. And when you do, it feels like an accomplishment. You're like, yes, I commented before Las Cruces. Especially like if he shows up like right after, you're like, yeah, I finally got him. He must have been really busy today. So, here's another Spawn book, and I love that they stood. You know, he does 2.99 hard. You know, the card stock covers. When DC does a card stock cover, they charge you an extra $1. So, which is this book, which I'm not even sure I ordered or not. I think I did just because of the cool cover, but it's card stock. It's not even as thick as the Spawn card stock, and they got me for an extra $1. And the
I know they're $5.99. Their card stock is $5.99,
five, but you can get Spawn for $2.99.
and
And
better paper quality, definitely.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the complaints I have with Marvel, and sometimes Image. Like the cover will be wavy looking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean they switched printers maybe 2 years ago ish, and since then, you know, the Wave is here's an interior splash page by the way from Spawn. The Wave is now recognized as a manufacturing defect, so CGC has stopped. As far as I know, it's one of the listed things that they'll stop banging you for grading on. So I don't think you can get like a 10 with a wavy book, but you can get like a 9.8 with a wavy
Yeah,
book.
I
And
think
once
so.
it's in, yeah, I was gonna say once it's in the holder, it's pretty much pressed in there pretty good too. So
That's true.
Los Crucius laughed at our comment about beating him today.
Speaking of CGC, I'm still waiting on them to. They got my package. It's at their headquarters, but
Mhm.
obviously, it's gonna be a waiting game now before they open it up and actually grade it. So I'm kind of nervous on it, but I think one of them is a 9.8 candidate. I have a Wolverine 8, but I sent them in. I didn't pay to get them pressed, so we'll see.
Okay, yeah, that's always a gamble when you don't get the book press. But I find with more modern books, like the newer it is, because I definitely send in newer books. I've gotten 9.8s on them, but books I've had for like 10, 20 years, they may have just said in a box 9.6s. I did get a New Mutants 87 I sent in. You know, the first appearance of Cable, and I
Yeah,
got a 9.8 on that. Was very shocked, but that was cool. Um, and that book's been around for a long time, and it was impressed. So I was impressed. All right, two more books. I got the Batman 156, the cardstock cover. On the back, though, they have this really cool Adam West McFarlane toy.
can you buy that one, or they just have it posed like that?
It says action figure of the year. So this actually looks like it came out.
Oh, I'd love to get that one. I want the Christopher Reeve one too.
And they
And
have
they're hard to
a
find the Superman Christopher Reeve. They're you have to get them like resale now because they sell out. But have you seen the new statues, Will?
yeah.
The Storm? Oh my God!
Some of them are phenomenal. They're yeah. Um so this says you can vote for this action figure at toyawards.org, and it enters you into a contest where you can win the retro replica cow limited edition. So, you know, if you vote for this figure, I guess for it's a finalist for action figure of the year, you get entered into a contest to possibly win this action figure with a limited edition cow.
All right.
Cow. I'm still trying to figure out what is on this page. It's Batman, and I'm like, what is that in the background?
I don't know.
I have no idea what that is in the background. I'll have to read the story. I'm sure once I read it, it'll maybe it'll make it all clear. I don't know. All right, last book but not least, this is the big selling book of the week, Ultimate
I
Wolverine.
bought 2 copies of it to order.
That's a good bet because when I went to the comic shop, he didn't have any left on the shelf. It was just whatever people had asked for. So I asked for my copy, so I got it.
Nice.
Some spoilers in here. Some people. I'll just show you some characters here. We got Mystique and Nightcrawler. Of course, this is the Ultimate Universe, so they are not friends with these guys. You got Wolverine. You got Colossus in this book. It's the Ultimate Universe, so they do kind of an origin story. It's a little gruesome, but you could see you can see right there. That's Wolverine's origin, kind of dragging himself through the snow with that pile of, or not pile, but streak of blood. So Wolverine's always been one of those characters where the comic can get a little gory, and so this one has a little bit of that in there.
He's like a Winter Soldier character, right? Wolverine.
He's So after reading it, there's not a lot of, yeah, he's like the Winter Soldier in the fact that he's an assassin that was kind of mind controlled, mind wiped, and built in a lab. So he has that kind of similar origin to the Winter Soldier, but he is Logan. So it is Logan. He is a mutant, so he still has that original background. So it's kind of like a cross between. It's like if they took Wolverine and instead of putting Bucky through what they did to make him the Winter Soldier, they put Logan through that process. So, yeah, he's just an assassin that's a mindless assassin in this book, and you can imagine where the story's gonna go. But he'll probably start to regain some of his memories and realize he did some bad things and then seek revenge. I believe cover 2 of this book is let me see if I can find it. But cover 2 is him, I believe, fighting Colossus. But in the Ultimate Universe right now, he's actually Colossus is kind of like his boss, if you will. So let's see. Can I find a cover for this book? But yeah, apparently Ultimate Wolverine has gone to a second printing, and the second issue is selling pretty well as well. But it's final order FOC right now. So according to my comic shop guy, LCS guy, not a lot of people put in orders for Ultimate Wolverine. Not like over ordered it. So there's, I guess, a shortage of Ultimate Wolverine. I don't know why you wouldn't think this book was gonna sell though. Like, if I owned a shop, I'd be like, Ultimate Wolverine, give me a
mistake there. No. But I don't know. I have to do a diamond too. I don't know. They don't use diamond now with Marvel.
All right.
I don't know.
Here's let me see if I can share this with you. Here's the cover. Yep. That is that's Ultimate Wolverine number 2 cover right there. So you could see that in the reflection off of Colossus.
Yeah.
Is Wolverine. So that's an interesting cover. So we'll see. I don't know if it'll be that quickly that the Ultimate Wolverine figures out what's happening to him, but could be interesting. Let's see. Let's check the chat real quick. Does anyone have the first appearance of Ra's al Ghul? Last time I hunted it, it was $300. Probably.
I answered it. So I looked it up. While we were talking.
There you go. A CGC 3.0, 325.
And a 5.5 was 400. and I had a 70 for like 600 or something like that, or 700. So 70.
It's yeah, the Raz or Raish, depending on how you say it. Al Ghul books they're in that weird area where they're still kind of affordable for a decent copy, but also on the higher end or like whoa, really expensive. So
A higher grade copy. Yeah.
wait, isn't that the same process as Omega Red was made? That Wolverine Super Soldier story. I believe you're right. What's funny is Omega Red is also part of the group controlling this Wolverine, and in the while they're doing the experimentations on Logan, I think Colossus says something along the lines of like jealous, and he's like, "No, I think I like this guy," or something like that. So that may have been a nod to the process,
Yeah.
to the that story. 5.5 selling for 400. Yeah, I think I would spend the extra 100 to or two and change, right? It was 325. So wait, 175. I paid the extra 175 for a 2.5 grade bump.
I think I would. Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
One of these days I might try to get that book, but I'm too busy right now looking for G.I. Joe #1
Right.
and Uncanny 266. So.
Nice. I think Omega Red needs more shine. Yeah, you can use
I
some.
agree.
This week actually there was an Omega Red cover for Ultimate Wolverine. I did order it. I ordered it online. But I can share that too, real quick before we get going. Yeah, there it is. So that is the Omega Red by
Ultimate
Francis
Omega Red.
Lemieux. So I believe there's a lot of firsts. So I do believe this is the first. Anytime you got one of these characters on a cover, this is the first Ultimate Universe Omega Red cover. First appearance. Oh, I must see this cover. And then you get, oh yeah, that's dope. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, brother.
yeah.
Dig it.
All right. So those were my new pickups for the week. And last week because I also didn't go to the shop then, but I did manage to go to the shop. Got my long receipt, kind of like a CVS bill receipt. But all right, what do you got? Oh,
Well,
that's dope.
like I ordered the comics this week last night, and I do my comic shops. I don't have an LCS within 40-mile range of me, so and I FOC'd a lot this month because I discovered on mycomicshop.com if you FOC them, you get them 35% off the cover price.
How much?
35% off.
Nice.
But anyway, I've been getting this because I like Jed MacKay, and it's Avengers 22, but it's a variant, and it's an homage to Jim Steranko's cover for Avengers. I mean, Captain America 111, and he even says it down here. I don't know who did it, but he's like Walsh after Steranko. It says down there.
Oh yeah.
But he put Sam Wilson instead of
Cap.
Steve Rogers. Yeah.
Steve Rogers.
And then we were talking about this earlier. The Larry Hama G.I. Joe 312. I think it's 312. Yeah, I've been reading all these ever since they went back to Image. You got was it Jinx and Scarlet? And what happens is and Andy Kubert. I don't know if anybody remembers Andy, but he's doing all the covers for him. The cover A's, and they're fighting these Serpentor turned all the Cobra foot soldiers into zombie monster things. See one down there at the bottom? So, and Larry Hama is still writing it after all these years, which is awesome.
I like what they did with Scarlet and Jinx and the new Transformer series too.
And I had to get that Avengers one because I have the original one behind me.
Nice.
Can you kind of see it back there? Look.
No man, let me. Boop 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 boop. There it is.
Yeah, about 4 arms in the way. There you go.
Right? Yeah.
All
I
right.
see it.
And I got this one. This is the first appearance of the Guardians in the Alternate Universe. The Alternate number 8. I really enjoyed this book right here. I think it's kind of going under the radar, and it was
Right.
kind of slow to start with, Will, but it's picked up.
I think you're right. I think the slow start to the Ultimates has kind of hurt it, but
Yeah.
it has recently gotten really good. Um,
And another one that's really good is the Ghost Machine stuff. And I got Redcoat number 8 here. Brian Hitch, Jeff Johns. You may remember Brian Hitch used to do the Authority books. You remember? The Wildstorm. But this is all that Ghost Machine, and Jeff Johns is amazing. And this book is awesome. I mean, some people don't like him because he's not very heroic, but he's kind of like a scoundrel. He's kind of like, a little bit of Han Solo, a little bit of Ash from Evil Dead. Like, he really is kind of incompetent, but he gets the job done.
right.
And then, of course, Geiger. I got issue 9 of Geiger. I'm getting all these. These are the ones I'm continuing to collect, I'm showing you. But I love the Glowing Man. Although they had an homage to Action Comics number 1 this issue, but I can't get everything.
Nice.
But Chris the Comic Man's going to give one away in his monthly giveaway. I hope I win it.
Nice.
And then the new one is kind of ties into that Transformers you showed. Void Rivals, issue 15.
With Hot Rod.
And if you want me to, I'll show you some old stuff. We got time.
Yeah. Hey Archie, I just Googled Marvel Super Soldiers, and there was like a list of like 20, looks like 20 different people. Now obviously you probably have to go through it and figure out what Google picked up about that. But yeah, when you look that up, you got like Isaiah Bradley, who's going to be in the Captain America.
A good character. That series is good too. He was in Truth, remember?
Yeah.
They called it Truth or something. But check this out. Astonishing Tales, featuring Deathlock the Demolisher, issue 32, 25 center from the 70s.
Nice.
I love Deathlock. He's one of my favorite characters. I don't know. I just think he's cool. I really got back into him a lot when remember the show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah.
They had Deathlock on it, so
he was the main.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, Deathlock's first cover was George Perez, who we had talked about the other day. So,
and then, oh yeah, that's right, we did. The Invaders. I just love these old Invaders and Defenders stuff. And this is the Invaders 18. I got these from Cheap Comic Collector.
Nice. Invaders covers are cool because they're just always punching somebody in the face on the cover.
I know, and they're usually some Nazi or something.
Yeah, right.
And shout out to Cheap Comic Collector. He has a claim sale every Saturday at 12:45 p.m. Eastern. $2 claims, free shipping.
Can't
now we got some old school Joe here. This is G.I. Joe Yearbook number 3. Check it out. They got Snake Eyes hooked up some kind of torture device. And Storm Shadow teams up to help Scarlet free him. And Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes are like adopted brothers or something.
Right.
So I guess he decided to join the Joes just to save his brother.
Yeah, he's like the only person who gets to hurt Snake Eyes is me.
That's right, damn it. And then we got some Weapon X, dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get all these. I got about 5 issues of it right now. But hopefully we get more. Easy Comic Reader kind of beat me out of a few of them in the claim sale, but I'll find mine. And that, of course, is the great Barry Windsor Smith.
Yeah, we were talking about the other day that was like a book that as a kid was traumatizing. Wolverine was just hacking and slashing people up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait, he was getting tortured too. Yeah, and then when he finally breaks free,
he started slicing and dicing.
Yeah.
Like he was in a Hibachi grill.
For a good part of that book, even though they hid it, like he was naked. So you had this naked guy with claws just hacking and slashing people.
Werewolves on the Moon versus Vampires, number 1 from Dark Horse Comics. Check that out.
Yeah, that looks.
I just got it because it's got a cool werewolf on it. And another one I remember as a kid that I enjoyed was this one. It's from Gil. I think Gil Kane was it. Yeah, Gil Kane. Sword of the Atom. Or Atom's like a little miniature warrior with a sword. And I liked it. I thought it was kind of fun. And then,
Comic Addicts loves him some wolves.
all right, Will, do you remember the old show V?
Yeah, yeah. Visitors are our friends. Yes. Huh. That was an old school.
Yeah, that's the old school one. Not the
Yeah,
they
that
did it.
was
I know they did a reboot, which was pretty cool too.
right.
And then I got some George Perez. I think we talked about him last night.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorites. And Cliff, I don't know if you're still here, but I know Cliff loves George Perez as much as we do,
Mhm.
maybe more. And here's Wonder Woman #2. I just always liked the way he would draw Wonder Woman. I think he was great at drawing Wonder Woman.
Is that a space zombie? Like,
I think it's like in Steve Trevor, and he's in his
yeah.
either in space or I don't know if he's in his fighter jet or what.
Right.
But then we got this one's cool because it's got Cap and Hawkeye on the cover, and he says Cap has got his bow and he's got the shield, and Cap is saying, "Well, here's another fine mess you've gotten us into, Hawkeye."
See, that's what I was talking about when I was like, I don't like Green Arrow and Hawkeye too. Like, they're just troublemakers, just ruining it for everybody. Oh, nice.
Thankfully,
Cavage action there, yeah.
yeah, it's the Cabbage, yeah. Wonder Man #1. I always say that right. But what's funny about this one, I got it from Cheap Comic Collector, but when where I used to sell and whatnot, I sold it to him originally. So I bought it back. It's a vicious circle.
Nice.
All right, and then this one was kind of cool. Like, I don't know, you see something unique, you're like, I think I'll get that. It says retroactive 1970s Batman one shot, and they made it look like the old DC.
Mm. Oh yeah.
And it's got like a 70s backup tail in it. Lynn Wein, Tom Mandrake, and it looks like it kind of looks like Neil Adams.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got another Marvel Comics presents Wolverine. Of course, you take it out and flip it over. It's got another cover. I'll show you. You know how they used to do the old
on the back
in the 90s. Like you get this one, and then if you just flip it over, you got Ghost Rider and Cable.
Huh. That's
double cover.
Alex is asking.
I've been collecting these again. These Marvel Comics presents. I think they're cool. And then he also had a bunch of Fantastic Four, and a lot with the She-Hulk. When she was in the team, that's the Fantastic Four. I remember when the thing was like, "Screw you guys, I'm out of here," and the She-Hulk came in and stepped in.
Yeah.
And, well, this one's not that one. This is when he was still with him, but the others are her. Here's Annihilus on the cover. Check that out.
Nice.
Yeah, the Daredevil trailer. You got to check that out, Comic Addicts.
Yeah, Annihilus is a major Fantastic Four villain. Just a major villain. He's very destructive force. So he could be due for some time in the MCU. Fantastic Four.
And it says Johnny Blaze is saying Nick Fury is going to kill Adolf Hitler, and then Sue Storm says we got to stop him, or do we?
Yeah, and Alex, I actually saw the trailer at my LCS today. The comic guy put it on his computer as I was buying my comics, and we watched it together. Oh, look, there's more She-Hulk there. Yeah, and they're punching. Is that Mr. Fantastic punching Annihilus in the chest or something?
Yeah.
It's like, bam, take that. With my stretchy fist.
This one, I think that's Ben Grimm's aunt.
Okay.
I don't
know. Alex says we might be getting more Hawkeye in the MCU. Oh, look at that. Hey, the aunt's back. She's on the cover now.
I always liked her little costume she had with the FF. And this is a cool one. This is a John Byrne, I think.
Oh, wow.
Black Ops. And then this one is nothing. This one tops from. And bam, here's in the comic. Yeah. But what's cool about this one? You got She-Hulk is punching the thing through a wall, and Spider-Man's clinging to the side of the wall, and he must have slapped her on the hind end or something. I don't know, or on the butt. Like I don't play that.
Imagine he's just walking by and the thing just busts out of a wall, and he's like, "What's going on here?" But maybe Thing was like, yeah, I want him back on the team, and she's like, nah, I'm good.
You're out of here.
Yeah.
You're out of here. Threw you out like those guys they threw out at Yankee Stadium for trying to catch the Mookie Betts fly
Oh
ball.
my God! Yeah, instead of catching the baseball, they caught him.
Yeah, I know. It was like that was kind of crazy. No wonder they got kicked out for that. 'Cause
Yeah, that was.
we got Ben Grimm in space. He's like, no, don't save me. I want to die. Ben
So
Grimm's gone through some emotional roller coasters, hasn't he, Will?
you have a little echo going on. Me or Matt? I guess the echo is heard.
Yeah, I think it's your speaker because it's not on my end. I've tried everything.
Right. Oh, look at
And I
that.
got some annuals. Oh, check this one out.
Nice. Little Black Panther action.
But I got the annual, what's it say here? The fearsome fate of Franklin Richards at the hands of Dr. Doom. Fantastic Four annual number 20. And we got annual number 19 featuring the Avengers.
Nice.
She-Hulk. I love the She-Hulk. I don't know. I think I'm like Captain Kirk. I'm obsessed with green women. So who ended up playing? I think they've already talked about who they're going to cast for that.
Yeah.
And then this one is annual number 18. This is the wedding of Black Bolt and Medusa.
Hmm.
And if you got time, I'll show some more. I got the whole.
That's a lot.
This is George Perez, Teen Titans.
Nice.
I'll go through them quick.
All right. Oh, that's in a style. Yeah, that style of cover is pretty cool.
And I'm collecting all these again because I grew up with this in the 90s. I'm trying to get all the Death of Superman run and the Reign of the Superman and the Death of Funeral for a Friend. And I believe after these two, I got all the Funeral for a Friend back. So. And we got some more Wonder Woman.
That's funny, Alex. Nice. Some cool Wonder Woman.
And I like these series right here. I know a lot of people hated on these, but I like this. I'll pick it up when I see it.
All-Star Batman. Yeah, where Snyder worked with a artist like on each arc.
Yeah, and then I know this was kind of hated too, but I enjoyed it. And they ended it before they didn't get to end it, which pissed me off. But I think Jim Lee didn't like working with him or something. It's like Batman and Robin, the Boy Wonder, Frank Miller and Jim Lee. I don't know. I guess I don't know if it was Frank. But somebody told me I was on Trev's stream. I can't remember who it was. Evil Mike. He said that like he gave this for Jim Lee to sign. Jim Lee like basically threw it down. So I don't know.
Wow.
And we got our lenticular Booster Gold number 1. From Future's End, New 52. And I just got this one because it's got a sexy looking lady with a katana. It's called Cat and Mouse from Aircell. But I just like the pose and everything. I thought it's kind of blurry. And then I got some, this is a Tyler Kirkham Edge of Spider-Verse variant. They're homaging something that's been homaged like a billion times.
Right.
Then I got some Venom, like, no, that's just not the Donny Cates one. I thought it was. Funny story. It says Costa, and as far as this, you got to be quick at it on a claim sale on YouTube. All I saw was the Steve. I thought it was all Kate. So, but it's okay. They're kind of cool. But I did get some Donny Cates ones, so that's why.
Nice.
That one's kind of cool. And then I like the old Marvel fanfare, from the 80s. And almost done. We got Semper Fi number 7. My dad was a Marine, so we got another Venom, and then the last two are Donny Cates Venom. I got this is number, I guess Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. You can't really see it that well, but and I got another one. This is the last one. So I mean, I got some pretty good mix there, I think.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's a phenomenal mix. Comic Addicts was saying that read Aztec from DC Comics and it wasn't too shabby. I'm vaguely familiar with that. Isn't he like a 90s character or came out in the 90s? Let's see if I can Google some stuff. Appeared in Justice League number 20 in December of 2017. But I remember it being older than that. 1996. There it is. Aztec, The Ultimate Man, August 1996. And then was in the Justice League comic in 2017. Cool. There's definitely some characters that just don't they just kind of disappeared. You know? But that happens with a lot of characters. But Aztec, I'm sure that'd be something to get that wouldn't be too expensive if you can find it. Very cool. Let's see. So we might be getting some Barney Barton, right? That's Clint Barton's brother, I think is Barney. So we're gonna get Hawkeye's brother too. Just trying to catch up on the chat a little bit. Art is sharp. I think Mark Millar. Well, if Mark Millar created him, that and he wrote the story. That'd be cool. I don't know if you saw this comment, Matt. Same here. My wife gets jelly when I buy She-Hulk comics. She said, with that green itch again. Here we go. Yeah. All right, guys. So I think now is a good time to get out of here. Try to keep these about an hour, and we're a little.
You know what they say? Once you go green, you don't go back.
Once you go green, you never go mean. Be the opposite of that, though, right?
Yeah.
Should get a little light shown on them, just like Sleep. Right. That's what I love the Sleepwalker character. Like I would cool. Definitely, yeah, I would definitely want to see him again. But some of those '90s characters never quite held on. They were just pumping out different characters in the '90s. They're like, let's throw a bunch at the wall, see which ones stick. Yeah. And even when some of them stuck, they, when new creative teams took over, they just let them disappear. Editorial really wasn't as they weren't as concise as they are these days, right? Like even when you read one comic, they'll mention something that's happening in another comic that may not have anything to do with each other, but they're just keeping things in order so that one comic doesn't influence another too much.
I think they micromanage too much these days. Back in the 70s when they had the bullpen, they kind of was like, okay, you do this, we'll leave you alone, you do it. As long as you don't like throw certain things in there like cursing or too much sex or stuff like that, or keep to the comic code. But they could come up with ideas. They really get, especially if it was like a book like Daredevil was like Frank Miller. Mm-hmm. That was on the verge of being canceled. They were just like, here, you do it. And he was able to just make it more creative because he didn't have a lot of people standing over his shoulder going, no, you can't do that. And like with Amazing Spider-Man, they're like they have like these rules, like Peter and Mary Jane can't be married again, and we can't have them together right now. And like people wanted to hate. I'm sorry, I'm only going to rant. It won't take long. But like, everybody hated on Dan Slott because of the way he did it. But he was hamstrung from the beginning. They didn't let him have half the good characters from bad guys that Spider-Man fought in the rogues. So he had to pick up the scraps because they were using them for other storylines.
All right. So.
Sorry.
There you go. No, there's the rant. Boom. All right. So before we get out of here, Matt, what do you got going on this week?
6 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. A Sunday Super Show extravaganza. I just like to use the word extravaganza in sentences. So I named my show that. We do the comic book day preview, new comic book day previews for the upcoming week. And we showcase the trending top 20 comics of the week from Key Collector and the hot 10 comics of the week. And we do the little special things like last week we did my top 10 bad movies of all time.
Hmm.
This week we're going to be breaking down the trailer for the new Daredevil Born Again series. So come check it out.
Sweet. All right, all right, all right. Sounds good. On my end, I dropped the comic book previews for this week. Right, that dropped this morning. So if you haven't bought your new comics and want to know what's coming out, feel free to check out that. And then we did this show, and then tomorrow I'll be dropping a video, Comic Tom Mystery Mail Call. So
I
that's
forgot one thing too when you get through.
go go ahead. Oh, and then Monday, don't forget to check out Monday Night Robux.
Definitely. Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Comic Conversations, episode 11, and my guess will be Comics with Bueller. So come
Nice.
check that out and watch the my last episode was with a couple of comics. So check that interview out. Every week I interview a new YouTube comic book YouTuber.
Sweet. Bueller's a cool guy. He's nice. He's a nice dude. He got really big, and then he wasn't like, he was never in it, I think, for the money or the fame.
No.
So he's a genuine comic collector who just happened to have some meteoric rise, if you will. So, but he's a nice guy. Yeah. Good luck with that. We'll break a leg with that interview. I'm sure it'll be a really good one. We'll check it out. Definitely, we'll check it out. All right, guys. So we're gonna get out of here. Thank you for joining us. If you like the content, throw me a thumbs up before you get out of here. Boom, boom, boom. Check out Matt over here. Thank you to everybody who was here. It's amazing to have you guys. Crowd was pumping. We had so many good people. Archie Lee, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah,
New
Archie.
people in the house. Las Cruces, Christina, Kenneth Bird was in the house. I know I'm missing somebody. Brian LCS stopped by. Brian LCS stopped
Cliff.
by, right? Cliff was here. Strange Dog Comic Stuff was here. So, yeah, and then Comic Addicts was here. So thank you guys for being here. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. But a lot of people. Oh, and Johnny Martinez was here. So Johnny Martinez is fun. He does he's a gamer. So you go check him out. He's got games going on. But all right, guys, we're out of here. Good night, everyone. We're out. Deuces, peace. We're out. Chink, all that good stuff. And see you next time.